Hey, I'm Brian Van, SportBikeTrackGear.com, and today we're going to break down the all-new Woodcraft footpeg stands. Your first question is probably going to be, right, if you haven't used these before, what is this for? These are intended to support the motorcycle by the foot pegs. Important note here, if you have a street bike that has folding foot pegs, these are not going to work for you because when you lower the motorcycle off the rear stand, putting the weight now on the peg stands, your rear set pegs are going to fold up, your bike is going to fall over. These are meant to be used with like maybe Woodcraft rear sets, those are all fixed pegs. The Vortex rear sets, those are all fixed pegs, and there's many other great brands out there, Attack, Lightech, that we offer that have fixed pegs that allow you to support the motorcycle from that. What do you need to do that for? You need to do that to change your shock. You need to do that to service the swing arm, if you need to replace the swing arm, or if you need to remove it to lubricate the contact points and the bearings in the swing arm. You need to replace, like we do on the Suzuki, the chain slider. You have to be able to hold the bike up from the foot pegs to do that. For example, with the shock, when we go to Moto America, we have multiple shocks. We have two Olin shocks for the dry that are both valved differently. We have an Olin shock for the wet that has a different length, different valving. And then we have a K-Tech through rod shock, and we're continually changing those based on performance and conditions. In order to do that, you have to have the right tools to do the job, and one of the keys is being able to support the motorcycle from the foot pegs. Eric Wood, the owner of Woodcraft and the designer of all these products, he rides and races himself still to this day. He's out there all the time, so everything that you see that comes out of Woodcraft is developed from the perspective of the rider. He builds things for him to use himself first, and then once he has the design dialed in, he passes it around to a few select people to vet it out along with him. That brings him to the final product, and these foot peg stands are another great example of that. If you happen to have one of the Woodcraft adjustable rear stands, a lot of this is going to look similar to you because what he did is he borrowed ideas from that and infused those into the peg stand. First thing is the adjustment system. So how you use these is you get the motorcycle up on the rear stand. It'll work if you have a Woodcraft stand, if you have a pit bull stand, whatever, makes no difference. He's still using the bicycle clamp, right? The seat stem clamp. And then there is a pin here. Go ahead and slide this over like so. And what we showed you there, that was the absolute highest point. Slide the pin in, and that clamp is adjustable. If you feel like you need more tension on it, you can do that. We'll come over to the other side and do the same thing. Like so. To adjust this clamp, all you do is adjust the tension of the nut here. I adjusted it a little bit. You feel it's compressing just a little bit more. Right from Jump Street, what I'm going to tell you is one of the things that I really like about these is their footprint on the work table. This bike lift has the same footprint basically as the work table that we're using at the Moto America events, right? These fit on there super nice. Super stable, easy to use, fully adjustable. You know, like Eric and I were on the phone today, we were talking, and you know, he said every time he changes the gearing on his Ducati, you got to get in there and adjust the ride height, so he's using these peg stands all the time too. Part of the reason that he wanted to come up with something new, a design that was fully adjustable, easy to use, and another thing to note is just the overall size of these, right? When you're loading these in the trailer and you're hauling them around, they are relatively light. These are all made in the USA. It's got a nice chrome finish on it. Excellent product. We'll be using these all next season to support our racing effort. Retail on this product right now is $189.99. You can find those through the link in the description of this video on our website, sportbiketrackgear.com. Any questions, leave those in the comments section of this video. Answer all that stuff myself. I'm always here to help you get the same result from your next project we did ours.